When I grew up, my parents lived the American dream, taught me what it means to be invested.
We want to help every American and work every day to make it happen.
Fox Business, invested in you.
Turning to the Harvey Weinstein trial, jurors are set to start their deliberations tomorrow after intense closing arguments Thursday and Friday. Weinstein's defense team says that prosecutors created an alternate universe which strips women of common sense and argued that the two accusers in this case are opportunists. Prosecutors emphasized Weinstein's Hollywood influence, saying he treated his victims as disposable, and said that accusers have made massive sacrifices to come forward publicly. Joining me now is Law and Crime Network host Jesse Weber. Jesse, good to see you.
Good seeing you. Thanks for having me.
What do you make of the closing arguments and where the jurors will start their deliberations tomorrow?
Look, there were fiery closing arguments from both sides, and the prosecution presented a very strong case. There's a strength in numbers when you have 6 women testify. What they did very well in their closing was explain away some of the questionable or problematic behavior of these accusers. And really, the thing that stuck out for me, and I'm wondering if it stuck out for the jury, is where Prosecutor Luzzi said just because a woman goes to dinner with Harvey Weinstein or goes to his hotel room or goes to his apartment doesn't mean that she's looking for sex, and it doesn't mean that she's looking to be sexually assaulted. But the defense showed that this case is riddled with doubt. Is it reasonable doubt that the prosecution's case proved beyond a reasonable doubt? I think this is a complicated case, a tough case for the prosecution. I expect the jury deliberations to continue probably into the end of the week, maybe into next. We might see an acquittal. We might see a hung jury. That's my expectation, given what I've seen from both sides. I've been there almost every day. And me on the outside, who has the benefit of more information and analysis, I'm even torn.
One thing that the defense did try to do is they brought in former friends of the Weinstein accusers to try and poke holes in their story. Were those convincing witnesses, those former friends of the women?
Highly effective because they didn't want to be there. They didn't have an agenda. They were forced to be there by subpoena. So when you have these witnesses, what gain do they have testifying against their former friends? And their testimony really hurt these accusers, or at least, at the very least, raised questions about why these accusers were coming forward. Because the prosecution is saying, the defense is saying, these women, as you said, are coming forward maybe to be part of a movement. They've lawyered up with Gloria Allred possibly to gain something in the future. Now, that's a lot to ask. They're really going to portray their personal lives for the public and for the world at large to get maybe a financial incentive. It's a lot to ask, but at the same time, the more they struck at the credibility of these accusers, that's the whole case right there.
Ladies and gentlemen, we might as well get ready for a possible acquittal of Harvey Weinstein. Like I told you guys before, they're going to let this man walk. Either he's going to be either he's going to be acquitted or it's going to be a hung jury. And see, this is what I'm talking about, ladies and gentlemen. They're going to let this man walk while the Me Too movement is going to go after every black man and be the face of the Me Too movement. Now, I don't want people to come in and say, Lions Den, why do you keep saying this? The Me Too movement is focused on all men. Are you serious? Ladies and gentlemen, this is why I'm saying that this trial tomorrow, I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen. What I'm about to say is that it's going to hurt some folks' feelings of this, and I don't care, but this man is going to walk. Harvey Weinstein is going to walk out of this courtroom with a smile on his face. With Bill Cosby, he's already served 10 years. For all, this is what I'm saying, they don't have no respect or statute of limitations. So Bill Cosby is already spending time in prison for 10 years because of a lie that Andrea Constantine said about him. You got Michael Jackson. When coming back from the grave, when you have these two liars, I'm talking about Wade Robinson and James Safechuck, and you got R. Kelly, which everybody knows in the 90s that R. Kelly was really accused of having sex with teenage girls, and rumors that him and Aaliyah was married, and she was probably at 15 years old. But then you got Chris Brown, who was accused of sexual assault in Paris. Turned out that was false. Then you got Morgan Freeman, who was accused of basically sexual harassment and parts of sexual assault, but he was in the clear. Then you talk about Kobe Bryant. Now Kobe Bryant, he was killed in a helicopter crash. They don't have no respect for this man, bringing up all of the 2003 sexual assault allegations against him, and that turns out that he was dismissed because she was lying, want to take Kobe Bryant's money, and there's semen stains in her underwear, of course. And then they bringing up the Rick James case. Now this woman who was claiming that Rick James raped her, now seeking $50 million in his estate in Buffalo, New York. But see, the Me Too movement is targeting black men, like I told you on my podcast and on my last video. They are targeting black men. They're going to war with us. They're declaring war against black men. They didn't care about no Harvey Weinstein, no Stephen Collins, no Paul Walker, no Bill O'Reilly, no Sylvester Stallone, no Matt Lauer. They don't care about that. All they care about is taking black men down. That's all they care about. They've been declaring war against black men, and you see one by one, all these people that's been accused of sexual assault, they're coming after them. But not Harvey Weinstein. Oh no. It looks to me he's going to walk. According to other media outlets, you see what, according to Fox Business, you heard what they said, that Harvey Weinstein be expected to end in acquittal or a hung jury. So I want to give a shout out to Nicole from Nicole's View. And, she's the first person that even she's the first person that even talk about the Harvey Weinstein case that may end in an acquittal. So I'm just very upset as a black man. And I know other black men, I know that you may be upset about this too, because this demon right here, Harvey Weinstein, may walk. Matter of fact, he will walk. So y'all let me know what you think about this. Like, click, subscribe, and remember to click the notification bell for all the news and commentary. With that being said, this is Elijah signing off. Deuces.